Alright. So, how are we doing, guys? Hope everyone's well. How are we doing, guys? Welcome in. I just keep overthinking everything and yeah. Oh no, it's just that like people trying to like kind of, it's like you're just trying to like I have my own, the problem is that I have my own kind of views on it, but it's like you just kind of like not listening to me. It's like I'm just saying that I don't want to be living in Scotland because it's miserable to me. So that's my opinion. If you want to go live there, great, but I don't want to live there. I want to live where it's hot and sunny. I know that just I don't really want to live in this country at all anymore. It fucking sucks. Like the people fucking suck. And I'm done. It's on a fresh fucking start. I don't know. I'm just you want to be in the right environment where you feel positive. And hello, Ryan. Yeah, I mean, like I went up on a holiday, Loch Ness, and it was like summertime and it was miserable a lot of the time. I'm like, it was nice scenery and all that, but like it's just like, yeah, a lot of the people said they just are quite grumpy a lot of the time, and because the weather's just miserable a lot, and you're just not getting that sunlight. You need that sunlight. Hello, Andreas. Your Minecraft sounds crispy. It's probably just all the noise going on. I'm just gonna go the other way. But yeah, it's just I don't know. If you've been and don't like it, that's good. Yeah, I went to actually as well once, which was like, yeah, I don't know, I just I just don't really want to be somewhere like that. I'm not saying that. I was just saying in terms of like, if it's expensive, what's the so fucking special about it? Like the weather's even worse. Like yeah, it's got some nice scenery and stuff, but so has England in some places. Like England's got like the Lake District, it's got Yorkshire Dales, Peak District, it's got loads of stuff. So I don't know. I suppose everywhere is expensive now, but I don't know, because I would have thought of Scotland as just like this kind of, somewhere that, I don't know, like that, it's not really a lot of it that sought after, unless you're in, I mean, for people who are rich who want to go live in the Highlands or whatever, and they can just be somewhere quite remote. Is it UK? So I don't know, but it's just, I don't know, this country in general, just the attitudes of people, and like everyone's just kind of like doesn't want to see each other do well. There's a thing called tall poppy syndrome, like if you start doing better than somebody, then they'll try and cut you down. Hello, Thomas. I'm not depressed. I'm just saying that, like, I just don't want to be in this place anymore. I mean, like, the place I live, it's nice and all that. I mean, look, I mean, it's got some nice buildings and stuff. It's got, but I'm like, it's not for me. Like, there's just a atmosphere that I just find kind of, I don't like it. But like I said, everyone's got its own problems, so I don't know, like, where it's going to be the best, where it's like the benefits outweigh the negatives of it. I don't know, because you've got to kind of do your research and really, so you can always try it, but then that's just going to be potentially wasting money if you don't research it properly. So it's just I don't know. But I'm like, if I'm trying to move to like Asia or somewhere, then I don't know, is it possible to do it if I get married or something? I've heard people saying that. But I've heard it's not that simple. I've not really looked into it enough. I just want to know what's required, so then I can kind of go into it with the right expectations, so then I'm not disappointed if I find out that I can't just move there. So I need to make sure I know, like, what to expect and what's required to go there. So if I'm gonna do that, because I just want a fresh start and just I think it's just time that I just, like, do that. I've come to realise that this isn't the place I want to be. Yeah, I mean, I've got some money, but it's like, you know, so there's people somehow going without much. I mean, there's some people that will just kind of like rent a place for a bit and then rent another place, but there's people who move around, like, say, go from, say, like, you know, Thailand, then go to Malaysia, and then go to the Philippines or so whatever, and they'll only stay for a certain amount of time with, like, short-term visas. So I've heard you can renew a visa, but I'd have to be careful because I don't want to end up getting like a long-term rental on something to then have to then, like, not be there anymore, because then that would not be good. So you have to really kind of be careful. But I've heard some people just move around and that's how they're able to live there for, like, kind of permanently, but they're kind of being nomadic with it, kind of just hopping from place to place, going from country to country, because I saw about, like, you're only allowed for, like, I think 30 days or whatever it is in each place, but you could extend the visa, but I'm not going home yet, no. So I don't know, like, it's just, you gotta be careful, like, when you're getting into things like that, but it's just that you can rent somewhere very, very cheap over there, and the food's a lot cheaper, and so that's one of the positives. But then it's like, unless you have an online income, then it's not going to be a good idea, because the wages they get over there are, like, incredibly low a lot of the time. So you have to just make sure that you've got yourself established online or something. If you've got, like, a YouTube channel or something like that, and you're making a few £100 a month, then you've probably got enough to get you by. But it all depends on, on your lifestyle and all that. But if you have, like, quite a simple lifestyle, then a few £100 a month would be enough. But here it's like, for a lot of people, it's way more than that, because they have to factor in the rent, all the food bills, the utility bills, everything. It's just so fucking expensive. So it's just it's like they're not bothered, because, like, the country isn't really that bothered, because there's still more people coming in than there is leaving. Like, if people go, they'll just bring more people in. So it's just Yeah. Some people say there's something sinister going on here because it's like they're trying to drive all the British people out of the country and bring in foreigners. I mean, I know it sounds some crazy stuff, but you know, some people might not think it's so far-fetched, and that is a reality. Just look at how things are turning out, you know. I have no interest in fishing, so you know, if you're into that, cool, but I don't believe in doing stuff like that, so it's not my thing. But if that's what you want to do to make your living, cool. At least you have your own way of making a living. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just my own kind of attitude, but if the world was a lot more like cooperative and more open to network and whatever, then wouldn't have this problem, would we? You know, it's like you might be like, oh, well, you know, you see everything as like miserable, or whatever, but it's like it's hard not to in this day and age. I just want to be out there, travel and stuff. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't want. It's just that if you go traveling, just go in like hotels and stuff, it's going to be really expensive. So maybe I should just go and live in one of these countries or whatever, or go like just hop from one to another. I'll have to kind of look into that, but there's people who do that. Hello, mum wife, how are you doing? Yeah, so I don't know. I've moved to, you know, like southeast, but I'm like, how am I going to do that? I've got a wife to go there with or something. So the only other option is traveling around and just being nomadic. So I don't know like how long you can renew your visa for. So I've heard you can get a 30-day travel visa. So if you want to stay longer, you have to renew it. But I've heard you can only renew it so much. Then you have to travel to a different country and then do the same thing. So yeah, but I would be happy to do that. I'm happy to travel and not be stuck in one spot, because that sounds good to me. Kind of having like be refreshing where you're not just stuck in one spot. So I'm all right, thank you, Crystal. How are you? Make sure you like the live, guys. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. So just been kind of talking about my options of like what I want to be doing, but yeah. But part of me just wants to like leave the West for good. All this kind of I'm not saying everybody's bad, but yeah, it's like, but I've heard also that there's a lot of problems in the Eastern countries, but it all comes down to like your standard of living, what you want out of life. Like, I mean, yeah, I understand that there's good Western women out there, but it's just, I'd probably always be kind of concerned that something bad's going to happen. Hello, Harry. Fuck off. So, yeah, I just think I should just like go and move, you know, far away. I don't know. there's a whole thing of familiarity breeds contempt. That could be part of it, where I'm just like, you know, move to a different country and just like start a new life. Maybe get married up as a family, and then I wouldn't have to really be worried about anything, probably, because they probably feel like lucky to have me. Like, I want to be with somebody that feels lucky to have me. It's like a lot of these modern women, they don't have this attitude. They have a bad attitude where it's like they think that you would be lucky to have them, even when they don't actually offer anything. You know, where they don't actually bring anything to the table, but then they still think that they're the prize. I know I might be starting to sound a bit like one of these red or black pill kind of guys, but there is some truth to what some of these people say, that things have gotten worse. The dating apps have just like ruined a lot of it, and social media, but it's actually not just like, it's the men that use them that are contributing to the problem by constantly giving them validation. Because what happens is a lot of these even like attractive guys will match with, they'll like women who are like not very attractive, and women that are even toxic and whatever, and they're not going to look at and see what qualities these women have. So they're not going to be so picky, and then they find on average men swipe right about 50% of the time, whereas women it's more like 5%. So creates a massive imbalance in things, and so you get like all these men inboxing because it's up to them to make the first move, but then what happens is they get inundated with messages, and it just goes to their head a lot of the time. Oh really, microplastic, but I don't know like how long ago that was, but I'm talking about in this current age with these young women that in this country where it's like young women now being kind of messed up with all this feminism, and also just the dating apps and social media going to their head. I'm just walking around just talking about stuff at the moment, but it's like, yeah, there's good people out there. It's just the thing is, it's like, even if you get with someone, then you're thinking, oh well, what if they cheat on you or something? What if they leave you? It's like, I don't know. It's just, maybe I'm always meant to be single, but then it's like, I want to start a family though. Maybe I'll just try and get as much money as I can and just buy one or something. I don't know. I don't know really. I'm just like, I don't want to have the stress of like, but maybe I wouldn't have that stress with the Eastern ones because perhaps they'd be more loyal. I don't know. It's like I said, I want to have with someone who feels lucky to have me, but they also need to be attractive and be a good person and all that. So you might say, well, that's not going to be hard to find, but in the West anyway, like you could be, yeah. No, I'm not busking today. No. I mean, it was just shit yesterday, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do it in York or something, but I don't want to be messing around going to somewhere else just to be making fuck all money, hardly. I'm like, I ain't got time for that. Yeah, I don't want to do fostering children, because I'm like, if I'm going to have a child, I want it to be my own child. Like, if you get me, it's either my own or it's nothing. Like, if I want it, it's like the whole thing is to try and continue my family line if I'm going to have children. So otherwise, I'm not interested. So yeah, I'm just not really like. I mean, I'm just not really like. Oh, you're talking about fostering, but like I don't know. I just not really not interested in that sort of stuff really. But I mean, it's great if you want to help children in your area, but I'm just not like I was talking in terms of like actually having my own flesh and blood, because you need a fucking woman to do that. So yeah, it's like you kind of unless it gets to a point where you have the technology where you can just like produce like a artificial egg or something to then make it with your own DNA or something, and then you just like produce it in a lab or something. I don't know. Which sounds kind of weird, but who knows where like technology is going to go. Yeah, God, it was a good thing when it's like summertime, isn't it? But when it's winter, it's just not going to be much going on, is there? Because grass doesn't really grow in winter, does it? Anyway. Oh yeah, we did. Isn't that really more of a summer thing still, though? I don't know. But I'm gonna get going, guys.